Hello everyone, again, Saint Legacy Futures Trading Group for VanLife Day Traders again. Today is Monday, June 2nd, 2025, again, and again. Now, we have been trading most of the overnight, not only to prove a point, but it's been a while since I haven't traded all evening long. And well, today was one of those days when I was just sitting here watching the charts. I always have my charts open. I am always looking at the market. I end up stuck looking at the market all day long. I just come and go. And when I see I have an opportunity, boom, we jumped in. So this is the third trade we took tonight or during the evening. Okay, we had one here from support to resistance. If you haven't watched those videos, go back and watch those videos. Today was an awesome trading evening, overnight, London opening, you name it. Most of you are getting ready to begin the week tomorrow. Well, in a few hours, maybe 8, 9, I don't know. And it's 4:16 in the morning, and we're mostly done for the week. And we got a second trade here, boom, and then market pushed to the downside, boom, almost to this big support zone. And then guess what happened? I got sloppy on this third trade. Yeah, just watch the video. Let me know in the comments. Subscribe, share, so other traders can follow us and join us in our trading community. We're setting up a lot of great things for you guys. I'm gonna show you guys all of my trading strategy at no cost. Okay. There's a reason I'm doing this. God has blessed me in a lot of ways, and this is my way to say thanks. Okay, I wish someone had taught me how to trade instead of me losing so much time and money. But anyway, we can talk about that later. Let me know in the comments if you would like to join our trading group. Let me help you get started or help you with any struggles that you have. So this trade you're gonna see continuation was a very sloppy entry. I don't know if I was too tired, if I was too confident in what was going on. What I can tell you, it wasn't a legacy futures trading strategy trade. It became one afterwards, but I was trading per price action. And sometimes that happens. You get too confident, like, I got this, and I've been doing great. And then in one trade, it can wash away all your profits and all of your happiness, because that happens when we lose in trading. So I try to keep that to a minimum. Anyway, enjoy the trade. Let me know in the comments. Subscribe, share, like. Okay, tonight it's 3:12 in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. Tonight we grabbed two trades in the 1-minute chart here, pop, and the second one was here, pop. We had already a setup in the 5-minute chart. Let's go to the 5-minute chart and see that. 5-minute chart. Look how beautiful this trade was. I wasn't even looking at the 5-minute chart. I was. Let me erase this. Pop. Okay. Let's get this out of the way. Pop. 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 Okay. 5-minute chart. We have here market reaching that big target zone. Boom. Bouncing back. Pop, pop, and pop, straight to resistance. How do I know? That would have been an awesome trade, but I wasn't looking into the 5-minute chart. Like I mentioned, legacy futures trading strategy, it works in every time frame if we know what we are doing. And we have a resistance zone here, straight from support to resistance. Boom. Okay, now that's done. Nothing else to do here except, let me erase this. I don't know if I'm gonna be awake for this next trade. That'll probably take let's see, after 4 in the morning. I'm gonna say 4 in the morning because it'll take from 30 to an hour and less than an hour and a half for a new minor entry level. It might happen, it might not. We have market reacting at different levels, and we have a main entry level way up here above 21,300. So what am I gonna be waiting for in this next 15-minute chart? A retracement, and then boom, a continuation towards that main entry level. That's what I'm expecting. I don't know if I'm gonna be awake until then. I probably will. I'm gonna try to stay awake. I mentioned earlier, if you haven't watched the previous 2 videos from today, go and check them out. And I say this, I can do this all night long. Okay, we have here a high, we have a resistance trend line, which is now support. I don't care about this support or resistance trend lines. I've talked about this, and like I mentioned, this is not a minor entry level yet. I need to wait for a few more candles, okay, for confirmation. But let me take this take profit levels out of the way, so we have a clean chart. Let me delete this. Okay, no need to have those. We only have here clean charts, support, resistance. Let me get this out of the way. We don't need this anymore. We don't need this anymore, and we don't need this anymore. I'm gonna leave it there as a reference that a market hit a big target zone. And what happens when market hits a big target zone? Usually 99% of the time it will either retrace on those major time frames or change trend direction. That's what I'm looking for. That's what's happening right now. If it's gonna continue or not, we don't know yet. What we do know, what I do know right now is that if we have this pivot confirmed, then we can go ahead and place our fibs. Remember, fibs are easy to plot. The thing is, are we using them the correct way? And I think in this case they're gonna be correct, but we don't know yet. Okay, so we have those 2 support zones, and we have here a resistance zone, not confirmed yet. I would love to see market pushing to the downside towards these support zones, and then a bounce up towards that resistance zone. Okay, from support to resistance, any time frame, you know what you're doing, you know what's going on. These are going to be your best friends. At least those are my best friends, support and resistance. And which I gave her some food and she's calm and she's okay. So yeah, this could take, let's wait about an hour or so, see where market is. Market could keep pushing to the upside. I don't care about that. I am not doing anything until I see a retracement and then a bounce off on those support zones towards resistance. But we need confirmation. We have everything in place for the legacy futures trading strategy except step number 4. Okay, if you're new to the channel, my legacy futures trading strategy, step number 1, wait for a bounce on bigger support zones, support target zones. Okay, target zones. Okay, pop. Oh, whoops, I messed up there. Step number 2 of the legacy futures trading strategy. If you don't know what I'm talking about, identify entry, exit levels. Okay, we have those. We have minor entry level, we have main entry level. We don't have a major entry level as of right now, so I'm not gonna mention that. Step number 3 of the legacy futures trading strategy, identify support, resistance zones on minor time frames. Okay, and most important of all, step number 4, price action. Follow price action or confirm with price action. Actually, let's call it price action confirmation. Boom, easy. 4 steps, legacy futures trading strategy, a bounce on bigger support target support. Yeah, well, in a bullish run, bounce on bigger support target zones. That's what's happening right now. Identifying entry exit levels. We have a main entry level, we have minor entry level, which this should change sometime soon. I don't know how soon, maybe in 45-60 minutes. We'll get there when it happens. Okay, and then we're waiting for this, and then we're waiting for this, identifying support resistance zones. We have here support zone, which is not confirmed yet. Okay, that's very important, not confirmed yet. And resistance zone, not confirmed yet. So this is the waiting game. Now we wait for market to do its thing, market to keep on pushing to the downside. We had a gap here and that's being filled. If some of you are learning about gaps, I don't trade gaps. I have students that trade gaps and they're doing awesome, but that's something I do not implement into my trading strategy. I don't have the need to. Okay, they are helpful, but I'm not gonna talk about them because I don't use them. But here was a nice gap, okay, and that would be market went below, then it went straight up, and there's a gap to be filled here, which they are doing right now. There are different ways to identify gaps. Like I mentioned, I don't care for them. I don't use them. I have students that are really effective into their trading implementation of those, but I don't think they are as essential and as important in my opinion, and this is my opinion only and how I look at the market, entry levels are the most important thing. So let's wait for that. Let's see if we can get a minor entry level, hopefully lower than this one, because the lower the entry level, the more potential profits we will have towards that resistance zone, which is looking pretty nicely. Okay, we're gonna have another support zone around here. Okay, right where this target level is. So let's wait and see what's gonna happen. It's interesting how, and this is something that I want to do during the US session, analyze the market live with you guys. A lot of people are asking me, hey Ra, why don't you do a trading room? Well, I mean, the trades that I have taken today, I'm not gonna be 24 hours analyzing the market. I am here because I told you that I could do this all evening long. I have done it. It's been great. Usually it's great, but it's not. That's not my the reason that I do day trading. But anyway, here we are. I don't want to go to sleep yet, so I'm okay with that. We might have okay. Well, actually, this zone is not valid anymore, and we could lower this minor entry level, which is not confirmed yet. There's a reason for that, and let's see. Let's get that last support zone. Look how market, okay, and I mentioned that it had something to do with this big target zone. 15 minutes, really big bullish candle. Next 15 minutes, engulfing bearish candle. But I am not expecting a continuation to the downside. If market continues to the downside, no harm done, nothing happens. It is what it is. Market could continue going to the downside. I don't care about that. I am looking for bounce of support zones. This is not valid anymore. So we only have this bounce. And guess what? I might go in early, and let's see what happens with the next candle. Okay, I don't wanna jump in early with what I am seeing right now here. Okay, I wanna see we have a pivot low, and I wanna see another pivot, either here. Anything lower than this support zone, I am out. Nothing else to look for. Market could continue to the downside. So let's see if it bounces back or if it continues, which apparently, well, London is gonna open in a few, so that should move the market. So let's see what happens. And analyzing the market, I've had people telling me like, oh, you miss your analysis was not correct. No, wait a minute. Yeah, you can hate me for a lot of things, but not for my analysis. Okay, the analysis is, I analyze the market with what's going on. I am not saying market's gonna go up. I'm saying I'm looking for this. It didn't happen. No harm done. I didn't lose any points here, right? I did my points here on a minor buy setup. Market is taking this low right now. So right now I forget everything I'm talking about, the analysis I was making. Market could keep pushing to the downside. Apparently that's what it's doing. Should I sell, or am I looking for a sell? No, I am not. Market already hit this target zone. We might have some new resistance and support zones, but how market has, remember, market's not gonna keep on going down forever. This is a huge candle, and so right now there's nothing else to do, and I am glad, because now I can go to sleep, because there's not gonna be a buy setup for the next who knows how many hours. So I'm gonna pause this. I'm gonna go to sleep. When I wake up, we'll look at the market more than probably after the opening bell and see where we are at. If market keeps going to the downside, I'm gonna go and do something else. I am waiting for a buy setup. Usually, and maybe 8 out of 10 of my videos, I will do a counter trend trade, meaning market is pushing to the downside and I will trade that retracement. This is where I'm going to make my money. This is where I find the most probability, the higher probability of market doing a movement. We have a supporting level here, which I've told you before, I don't use them, but there are reference. Market could push towards that level and bounce back. I have students. One of my best students, I'm not gonna call him out here, but one of my best students, he waits for market to hit any of these supporting levels, and in this specific case, he will buy the market. Boom. And that's his strategy, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with my strategy. I don't have anything to say with what other people or my students or anything. I have students that they use my strategy and they adjust it to however they like, and that's fine. But they understand the market, and see how market just bounces right back. We have a gap right here again, and that's what they're, so really volatile for a London opening. We're gonna have here swap this no trading zone, because some people will do this. We have here a high and a low, and to whatever direction they break, this is called the London breakout. Okay, they're gonna either buy or they're gonna sell. I don't use this, I don't recommend it, but that's another strategy, simple strategy, you know. So 20 minutes now, me talking and waiting for things to happen. So I'm gonna pause this and we'll be back if something comes up. So,
order submitted.
You know what this was, right?
Order filled.
Okay. I should have waited for the next candle. Market never hit this support level, but you know what? We still don't have any support resistance zones. But what we do have a price action, really awesome price action. Market pushing to the upside, retesting this minor entry level, dropping really hard, okay, before London opening. And sometimes I get confused. Sometimes London, I really, does it open at 3, at 3:30, at 4? I usually wait until 4, but guess what? How I interpret what's going on right now, right here, and like I mentioned, I should have waited for the next candle to open, but I'm pretty confident that they're gonna go way above that minor entry level, and we're gonna grab a few more points out of this move. Now, this is not a legacy futures trading strategy trade, okay? I don't have support resistance zones. This support zone is not valid, but this resistance zone is not valid. But although we could go to a 1 hour chart, let's do that. And let's see what's going on. Yeah, we can see it right here. You see, it's when I take trades, sometimes it's just because I can see what's going on in other time frames. Oh, wow, well, you're I don't want to say I'm anything. I just kind of understand what's going on. And we have here, now that was dumb on my part. Not that dumb, because we have here a 1 hour chart, and market already retested these highs. Market has been doing lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. Boom, they broke those highs, and now we're gonna have a, well, I don't know if we're gonna have that, but it's highly probable. And I wanted to enter, I mean, at or before it's above that minor and mini entry level, but below that minor entry level, between those entry levels, and it's very volatile. Okay, very volatile in the market, but yeah, market should push to the upside towards that main entry level. Don't believe what I'm saying, just wait and see. And now I'm getting a little sleepy, but I can't sleep now, so this is gonna take, let me see, it's 20 minutes for the next candle, and then maybe half an hour more. So maybe an hour we're gonna be in this trade, hopefully less. That's my expectation, and let's just wait for it. I hate buying highs, but like I mentioned, it's between those levels. Main entry level, most important one, swap. Minor entry level, market should keep pushing to the upside, and we should grab, we are here at 36 and 66, 30, 60 points, $1,200. This could look like, because market is so volatile. And London, I only have 5 minutes. I'm gonna look out for the London opening, and we'll be back. Okay, 404. Now I am in some trouble. We have minor entry level. Look how market reacted here and here, and the mini, which really I'm not considering right now. We are almost, well, we are not almost, we are 25 minutes into this video, and what I'm gonna do, we're gonna go to 5-minute chart, and we have a nice setup here. Up. So I am gonna close this trade with 20 points. Well, we have a target zone here. I'm not expecting market to reach that. Okay, let's plot that. Template load target zone. Okay, and we have it ain't gonna be too much of a difference, but we have a resistance zone here. That was my bad. Why? Because ¿por qué? What did I did wrong? Let me know in the comments before I tell you. I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna close it with maybe 15 points. That's gonna be 36 plus 8, 42. So 42, 44. Alrighty. 42. Let's see if we can get 44. 43.75.
Target.
Catching target field. Really bad entry. And you know what? This is the reason that's gonna be my excuse. Sometimes you get too confident. Okay, too confident. Okay, market did we catch up, move to the upside, here, big move to the downside. The entry should have been at the opening of this candle, not way up here. And even though we grab a few points, okay, market reaching that resistance zone, it was a really small move considering market doing all this retracement and then a push to the upside. So that was on me, my bad. I got a little bit too confident, like, well, market's gonna keep on pushing. But I mentioned it. This was not a legacy futures trading strategy trade. I was going with price action. So anyway, it was a great trade. So great trade, poor execution, and well, 3 out of 3. But I am not happy. I risked a lot just buying that high. I knew that market it was highly probable that it was gonna keep pushing to the upside, but like I mentioned, entries are everything. Look where the minor entry level is and where the mini entry level is and where I entered the trade, right there at the top. So yeah, I make mistakes all the time. I am not perfect. The strategy is one thing, execution is another. I broke my rule to not enter above a entry level. Should have entered around here or better. And instead of what we got, about 13 points, 35, we had 8, 16 points, should have been a 30-point move. But anyway, it is what it is. Lesson learned. Monday morning, London opening, and we are done. Let me do this. You know the drill. We have here a NASDAQ buy setup. But I almost fell asleep. And 3. So now don't expect any other trade from me because I am going to sleep. Entry to contracts 21 to 35.75. Pop. Target. Pop. We have 2 contracts at 21 to 43.75. Finally, nice round numbers. This is an 8-point trade. 8 points, which we know could have been a lot more, but anyway, total trade we have 16 points, which equals $320. Why? Because ¿por qué? Because we know market gives $20 per NASDAQ point. Boom. Really awesome trade. 3 out of 3. Well, not that awesome, but we grab a few more points, and I'm gonna call it an awesome overnight trade. We actually got, I'm okay if I don't trade anything else for the week, and it's just Monday morning, 4:12 Eastern Standard Time. So that's the beauty of trading. I don't mind sleeping until late afternoon tomorrow because I'm already done for the day. Let me know in the comments. Subscribe, share, and yeah, let's make you let's get you into our trading group. If you're interested, leave me a comment and we'll get in touch. Questions, comments, complaints, jokes, you know what to do. Saint Legacy Futures Trading Group for VanLife Day Traders. You have a great one.